Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to our Lost in LA Bumblecast. We're bringing it back with a Lost in LA touch. Hi, Olive. You can see the bunches here. We've got Olive, we've got Triple T, Cato kind of napping here. And we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to try and add a Lost in LA touch to the Bumblecast. Not just talking about how the pets are doing, but also stories happening in Los Angeles that people are talking about as well. We also have a review for you today of The Four Seasons. This is the Tina Fey remake. It's on Netflix, and we'll be talking about that as well. The dark-haired lady's here. She's behind the scenes. Yeah, there she is.
Hello.
So she'll be chiming in as well. So first, we want to start with an update on Cato's situation. Olive, do you mind for a second?
Don't step on Cato's head, please.
Cato here, relaxing. He's actually doing better. I know it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, we had a nice walk today. It's nice and cool out, so he's just a little tired from the long walk. But he's fine. He ate his breakfast this morning. Everything's fine. He's kept his food down the last 2 days, and that was due to the anti-nausea meds. And I'm hoping that will be it, and that'll get him through next week when they do more blood work, and then we can make sure that whatever infection he may have had, if he had one, was cleared up by the antibiotics.
Yeah, so 4 trips to the vet for the dark-haired lady just this week. And, we're worried about him. He's getting old. He's 14 years old, so it doesn't take much to upset this guy, so we've got to be really careful. So some other things we're talking about today, a lot of big stories in Los Angeles. The Menendez brothers, one step closer to freedom, it looks like. They now have a parole board meeting coming up where they could be granted freedom. It's moved very quickly. This all stems from that Netflix documentary. It led to a resentencing last week. A judge basically resentenced them from 50 years to life it was 30 years to life without parole, and now it's 50 years to life, but with parole. So that possibility opens the door for a parole hearing and possibly freedom for the Menendez brothers. A lot of people happy about it. Others a little concerned about it, confused about it. I am a little confused just because it wasn't just the dad they killed the mom too. And it was a brutal murder. And when you look at the details of the murder and how it transpired, I just have a lot of questions about why there's this sudden push to get these guys out of prison so quickly. As far as them being a threat, I don't really think they're a threat. I don't think most people do. Do you, dark-haired lady? You don't see them as a threat to society, do you?
No, I don't see them as a threat to society, but I mean, I don't know if they should be let out. I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it, so.
Yeah, but a judge has already decided to resentence them, and now they go before a parole board, and the governor obviously will have to get involved as well. But it could happen very quickly, and when it does, I'm sure it'll be a big story we'll be covering, and we'll hear a lot more about the Menendez brothers and their trial and also the crimes that they've committed. So we'll be talking about that, and also another story we want to talk about is something happening in Santa Monica that it's kind of interesting. The city council there has approved a plan to allow people to drink in public on the 3rd Street Promenade. If you don't know, the 3rd Street Promenade is was a very busy, fun retail center, bars, restaurants, shopping, the whole works. Just a couple blocks from the beach. Just a great location, great place, lots of fun. And it's really fallen on hard times. People just aren't going to the 3rd Street Promenade anymore for a lot of different reasons. The pandemic, everybody got used to shopping online, so that was a big hit. I think every mall in the country is dealing with that. Also, they had a couple of very high-profile crimes, really bad crimes down in that area. One involved, I think, a tourist being stabbed. So that scared off a lot of people. The other factor, I think, is the Palisades fire. That fire wiped out so many neighborhoods up there, and a lot of those people would go down to the promenade for entertainment. So that's gone too. So it's been a tough time for the promenade, and now the city council's trying to revive it, and they've come up with this idea. They're going to let people carry open containers from bar to bar or just to walk up and down the promenade drinking. And they think that will help business. I think it'll help bars and restaurants, but I don't know if it's going to help, retail businesses. I mean, do people shop when they drink?
If the retail shops are open at night, when most bars and restaurants are, then possibly.
Yeah.
But if most retail establishments don't stay open late at night. They usually close 5, 6, and most people aren't even getting home from work till then, and not going out to eat or drinking till after then. I mean, maybe weekends.
Or maybe they're counting on drunk shopping.
Yeah.
People get really drunk and just buy things they shouldn't be buying.
Right, but the restaurant. I mean, the the stores would still have to be open when the bars and
Right.
the restaurants are. And, if they're not, then nobody's going to be shopping there.
But I think they're going to allow this drinking to happen during the day too. So, 12 in the afternoon, you'll be able to walk around the promenade drinking and maybe shopping too. We'll have to find out. We don't know. So it'll be interesting. And also be interesting to see if other places do it, other malls, because I think every mall is dealing with the same kind of problems as the promenade. So the other thing we're talking about is this review of The Four Seasons. This is Tina Fey's remake of the Alan Alda movie from the 80s. Three couples that go on vacation 4 times a year together, and they've been doing it for like decades. And all of a sudden, one of them gets divorced and introduces a young girlfriend to the mix. And so this show explores, the emotions for everybody has in dealing with that. And it was good. I liked it. I didn't love it. What did you think?
I thought it was good. It's a modernized take on the old movie, with the different dynamics of the couples, the different dynamics of the couples with the other couples, with their children. So there's a lot of storylines going on, but like the original, it was fun to watch.
She's gonna fall off the couch.
Olive.
Olive, there's nothing over here to support you. Yes, so the Four Seasons. It was entertaining. I thought it was better than the movie with Alan Alda. We rewatched that, and we didn't really we liked it, but didn't like it as much as we remember liking it.
Right.
So yeah, Tina Fey's take on it. It's interesting. It's entertaining, and they're bringing it back for another season. So I guess a lot of people did like it. So you have that to look forward to.
Right. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see that because I thought it was a one and done, but I can see how they can come up with more storylines for sure.
I want to know, how realistic is it that three couples would go on vacation together 4 times a year, every year for like a decade? I mean, does anybody really do that?
I don't know.
You would kill me. You'd be so sick of me.
Well, not just so sick of you, but maybe so sick of the other couples.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, I don't know, but it was entertaining and worth a watch, I think. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for our first episode of the Lost in LA Bumblecast. Thanks for joining us. You can see the bunch; they're all tuckered out. They had their walk today, and so they're all kind of tired. And Olive's going to fall off the couch any minute now, so we got to get going. And if you want to comment, please comment and let us know what you love and what you hate and all the problems.
Suggestions.
Yeah, any
for
suggestions
future
you have.
Episodes.
Yeah, so we'd love to hear some feedback. Thanks for joining us, and we'll try and do this again next week. Bye-bye.